Welcome on into the Auburn Sports Forum, your Auburn sports channel for the fans. I am absolutely overwhelmed. I don't know how else to put that. Right there at 6 o'clock when we hit the go live button, it said that I had to change a setting that I've never changed before. So that was kind of crazy. So I apologize for the 2 minute delay, 3 minute delay, something like that. But we're here. We're here to talk about Auburn. I got man behind the mic here with me, and we're going to talk a little bit of everything. I've changed it up a little bit on my side. He's going to talk about baseball tonight. We're also going to do a giveaway as we talked about. Let me see here if I've got it up here. This is our new email address, Auburn Sports Forum, new email, auburnsfshow@gmail.com. If you're watching now, go ahead and email it. If you're not watching or you're watching later, go ahead and email it and say you want to be in the contest. Just say, I want to be in the contest, and you will be in the contest next Saturday. That's it. Doesn't cost you anything, just a couple clicks. So that being said, tonight we're going to talk little football. I think there's not a lot going on other than just the spring stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about everything. That's how I'm switching my side up tonight, because football's a little light on the info. And I also had a fan reach out to me, and she said she would like to hear me talk about a couple other subjects having to do with Auburn. I have no issue with that. That's why I do this. I do this for other people, and what they listen and they want to hear about other things. And to be honest with you, when you listen to all the other Auburn sites, they don't talk about anything else. They talk about football, basketball, and baseball. And I've told y'all before, I do watch Auburn soccer. I like to watch that. And I also keep up with the other stuff. I'm not going to sit here and claim that I watch every single sport. But so I guess I can jump into the first thing we're going to talk about, which is the obvious. The Final Four starts this next week. Pardon me. And we're going to talk about this. Before I get started on this, I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't even know how. So if I say something rude about Auburn, like, just understand it's coming from the heart, because I would never say it unless it was valid. And I know these guys on this basketball team. I understand that they are working hard. I get that. But when you're in a certain situation where change is needed as far as for what you have as personnel, I think that's valid. And I also think that these guys have not done any of that this season. I think that there's nights where they click, but most nights they don't. They're not used to playing like this. They're not used to having to play like this. So, talking about basketball, we played Mississippi State on March 11th. We won 79-61. That was a huge win, even though it wasn't. I mean, that's how sad this is getting, to where we're beating Mississippi State and we're getting excited. They don't have that great of a basketball team. I mean, that's just honest. Kevin Overton was the story of that game. He scored 22 points, and that was it. I mean, that's how hard it is to beat Mississippi State. And we're over here talking like it's some kind of big win, and we're going to get into the tournament because we don't beat Mississippi State. Like, are you listening to yourself? Like, do we not remember when we used to just expect to beat people like this? Like, Bruce Pearl had this program in such a way where we played Mississippi State, or let me just say, I'm not going to put any names to it. We played a team where we knew we were greater than. We didn't care. We just grabbed a beer. We knew what was going to happen. That's how that works. That's where Bruce Pearl has got us to that point. And I understand Steven's trying, he's learning, and I'm going to give him some grace. But at the same time, we're to the point now to where we're in the same place we are with football, where you have the talent to do what you got to do, but you don't have the scheme and everything else to do what you want to do. So then after we played Mississippi State, we went to play Tennessee. Same situation. I mean, not the greatest basketball team, not horrible. But we lost. And so then we went from playing Mississippi State saying, ooh, we're in, to Tennessee is, ooh, we're out. I mean, that's how that went. And so I just want y'all to get a grips of where we're at. We don't have a big. We don't know how to play with speed without having the turnovers. We don't know what we're doing. So every game is a toss-up, right? So we lose to them in the tournament. And the bad part about that game is that we led by 10 points. We led by 10 points, and then we just said, here you go. Here you go, Tennessee. I don't want it. You can have it. And that's exactly not a Bruce Pearl team. That is a characteristic of a Stephen Pearl team at this point. Will he change? I hope. Because I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but a lot of people being critical on what Bruce Pearl did on the sideline at the game, cussing out the refs. I don't know why that's a surprise to anybody. They made that a viral clip on the internet. Bruce Pearl is cussing somebody out. Like that is news today, people. I don't know if you know Bruce Pearl. I know Bruce Pearl. The man likes to yell and jump around and say shit to people. And we're making it a viral clip that he's yelling at somebody like it's some guy. I swear, I really feel like that is just Auburn crying for Bruce to come back. Viral clip. Bruce Pearl is, yelling at somebody and saying cuss words. Hey, rewind. Let's go back to last season and watch every single basketball game tons of those clips in there if you want to watch. I mean, the man runs up and down the field. I swear he's like a track and field guy. Very exciting. And yelling at his players, telling them what they're doing right, telling them what they're doing wrong. Getting them in formation, getting them in their positions. But yet, 2026, Bruce Pearl yelling at somebody and cussing somebody is a viral clip. I have nothing to say to that. I don't know if y'all agree with me or not. But then, in that game, we played in Tennessee. Tahad Pettifer scored 28 points, and Auburn finished the season it is now 17-16 overall, 7-11 in the SEC. I don't know if y'all understand, but that's a little ass backwards. So let's not get too hype on this basketball team. We need to give them some love and understand we're going to support them, but we just got to talk real about them. They got a lot of work to do, lots of work to do. And before I continue, anybody that just came in the chat, because I see a couple people came in, this is our new email, and we have a contest every week. And if you just email that Auburn SF show and say, I want to be in the contest, then you'll be in the contest. It's that easy. Doesn't cost a dime. So where are we going? So anyway, I just had to talk about basketball that way. Are we in? Are we out? I don't care. I hate to be that way, but you already know what's going to happen. You're going to get in, and everybody on Twitter is going to go, yay, and then they're going to lose a game. They might get past round of 64. If they absolutely pull lucky number 7, they might get past the round of 32, and then they're dead in the water. I think they lose in round 30, in the round of 32. That's my honest assessment of this. Losing in the round 64 is a possibility. So, they've got a lot of work to do before we even talk about SEC tournament. NCAA tournament. This is just, I don't know. As an Auburn fan, it makes me sick to even act like I'm going to try to get excited about this. I can't. So anyway, I'm going to move on because that's my point on basketball. We got to live till next year. We got to live till next season. They haven't learned what to do yet. Plus, we might have a bid coming, so that's positive as well. We'll come back to baseball. That is man behind the mics thing. But do you have anything to say about basketball or anything you want to add to that?
They really just look lost. I don't know. Just to me, they look like a young, experienced team. Feel like to me, like towards the end of the season, they just quit on Coach Pearl. Not just me looking at it from a fan's standpoint. But like I said, rumor has it he's going to be hiring a GM in the offseason. So hopefully they hit the ground running already, recruiting some bigs because we could not rebound to save our life. And we couldn't hit free throws to save our life. So, and 3-point percentage has to get better, has to be consistent. Like I said, they'll be lucky to get an NIT invitation.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And we've dumbed ourselves all the way down to that. So Yeah, I'm negative about it because I expect more. I mean, you have Bruce Pearl build this program up, and we're now begging for, as you just said, an NIT invitation. So I'm not happy with that. I'm never going to be happy with that. But I do support the guys. I'm not hating on them. I know they're human beings just like we are, and I know they can get better. I mean, I know how good those guys are. They're crazy talented. They just haven't figured out how to work together. They haven't figured out how to do this with speed and not have turnovers and have consistency in all phases of the game. And we just have not put that together. So until then, we're moving on. I'm going to skip baseball because I'm going to tell y'all baseball is freaking exciting. So good right now. I mean, I'm literally, uh, we're in SEC play. Today I got to watch highlights because I've been so busy, but the second game's about to start. Okay, I'm not talking about baseball. I'm not talking about baseball right now. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next thing because man behind the mic has something to say. He has that's his section, and I'm not gonna steal his thunder. I'll come in after him. So let's move into gymnastics. Yeah, I said it. Gymnastics. We're gonna go through Auburn Sports. That's what we're gonna. That's gonna be our new thing. Every week we're gonna update you what happened throughout the week. A nice little piece on as much gymnastics as I can find. Also, before I get started, as I put my email up there before, auburnsfshow@gmail.com. If there's a sport or something you want me to cover that I didn't cover today, because what I cover today is probably going to be covered every week if they did something or they have something upcoming. So if I'm not covering what you want to hear, then just I'll put it in. Just email auburnsfshow@gmail.com. All right, gymnastics. On March the 8th, Auburn competed in Huntsville and posted a 197.200, which was the team's best road score. Georgia won the contest, and Clemson came in third with Pitt coming in after that. But Julianne Hough won the all-around, which with the score of was it 39.5, and Auburn opened on the beam with 49.3, getting, what does that say? I wrote all this down because I literally researched this. This is crazy. Oh, wow. I was just trying to see what this thing said. So you have to look at Julianne Hough. She did well. And then you also have um, Anna Hagel and Marissa Neal. They also contributed to that score. Sorry, like I said, I've never covered gymnastics, so I'll get better at it. But I'm sitting here reading what I had written down, and for some reason it didn't make any sense, so I had to make the best of it there. Auburn hosted Missouri on senior night and scored a 196.7 in the regular season finale. Missouri won the meeting with 197.325, but Auburn still got some individual performances. Alex Irvine posted as top scorer in the entire meet of 9.95 on the bars, matching her career high. Julianne Hough again won her fourth all around with the title of the season with a 39.25. Paige I'm going to butcher these, so I apologize, Auburn people, because y'all's last names are rough sometimes. Zankin, maybe? Paige Zankin also scored a 9.9 on the vault and to share the event title. So gymnastics, they are getting stronger. They still have some consistency issues, especially on the bars, and still part of the story going into their postseason. So gymnastics is kind of in a lull, but they're on the up and up. They can catch fire when they need to, and they just are lacking a little consistency because they got some high scoring athletes on that team. Now here's the one I'm kind of excited to talk about. Moving on to equestrian, because this is what got this whole thing started for me. Talking about different Auburn sports, is a lady reached out to me and said that she wanted me to cover equestrian. Said I didn't have to do it crazy in depth, but she wanted to hear about equestrian. So I love horses, and to be honest with you, I have a friend that had a daughter that applied to go to Auburn because it's one of the best equestrian schools on the planet. So for the equestrian fans out there, I know I had at least one that was asking about this. So here's the real update. As far as this last week, there wasn't a lot going on, but they did have a match on March 7th, which was last Saturday. Let's see here. And the next event is the March the 27th and 28th, and that's in Auburn. On March the 7th, just one day before we start. Like, I normally cover stuff Sunday to Saturday, and this happened on Saturday, so it was one day before. But anyway, number 1 Auburn crushed number 5 Texas A&M 15-4. And I'll be honest with you, when I check up on this stuff, when I see it on War Eagle Plus and some other stuff, Auburn's always killing folks. I mean, I don't know if that's normal in equestrian. Maybe someone can tell me. I don't mind learning, but like, we're winning like high margins here. And I don't know if that's like a normal thing in this competition, but it's always 15-4 and 15 to this and 17 to this. I mean, it's a really high number. I mean, they beat Texas A&M in the regular season finale at Auburn University Equestrian Center. Auburn won all 4 events, swept most outstanding performer honors, improved to 9-2 overall and 4-2 in the SEC, and clinched the number 1 seed for the SEC championship, which Auburn will host on March 27th and 28th. Auburn put up a 821 jumping seat points to 786 for Texas A&M, and 717.25 Western points to 633.25 for Texas A&M, which shows how to compete. And that was an awesome performance by Auburn, just absolutely obliterating them. Also relevant to the equestrian conversation, on March the 6th, Auburn's Katie Hagerty was named SEC Fences Rider of the Month for February after going 3-0 in the fences, with all 3 wins coming against nationally ranked opponents and 2 of them against SEC teams. So the big dates coming up for equestrian, if you're interested, is Friday, March 27 at 3 p.m. Central, the SEC Championship semifinal, Auburn versus Texas A&M in Auburn, and Saturday, March 28th at 11 a.m., SEC Championship final if Auburn advances. Let's see. Men's tennis. Men's tennis has a really good week. On March the 8th. I'm sorry. Before I keep going, did you have anything to say about any of those other 2 sports, or let me keep going?
The questions have always been number 1 all the time, so it doesn't surprise me with these blowouts.
Yeah, I got you. Doesn't me either. Every time I see it, we're blowing somebody out. It's actually pretty fun to watch. Men's tennis had a really good week. March 8th, number 19 Auburn beat Alabama 4-0 in the Iron Bowl of tennis. The match moved indoors because of rain. Auburn grabbed a huge doubles point and then won 3 straight set singles matches to close it out. That's the kind of rivalry you win. Absolutely mention that's the absolutely kind that you mentioned, and it's always fun to win the Iron Bowl of whatever sport you're playing, right? So they did that. Then on March 12th, Auburn announced the next big road swing, number 13 Vanderbilt on March 13th, which was yesterday, right? Yep. And then they go against Kentucky on March 15th, which is tomorrow. And they are 13-2 overall, 3-1 in the SEC play, and Tigers had to just climb back into the number 18, or they just climbed back in the number 18 in the ITA team rankings. And on the 13th, they pulled off one of the bigger wins against Vanderbilt, 5-2 in Nashville. Auburn actually fell behind 2-0, then stormed back 5 straight points. Nicholas Heng, Heng, because I butchered that, I apologize. Won 2-6, 7-5, 6-1. Hazma, not even going to try to pronounce that. Nasridinov, that's his last name. Won at number 1 singles, 7-6, 7-5. Billy Blades won 3-6, 6-2, 6-3. And Freddie Blades clinched it with a 6-3, 2-6, 6-4 win. The victory moved Auburn to 14-2 overall and 4-1 in the SEC play. This team is not just good, it's battle-tested. Beating Alabama is one thing, but coming back from a 2-0 down on the road against a top 15 team says a lot about this team. So there's a lot of momentum with men's tennis. Women's tennis might quietly be one of the best stories in Auburn Athletics right now. Did I say that right? I mean, it's beating baseball? That would be hard. Oh, okay. Auburn announced a massive home win with number 11 Tennessee on Thursday, March 12th, and Kentucky on Saturday, March 14th. And at that point, Auburn was 21-1 overall, 13-0 at home. and had won 8 straight matches and climbed into number 3 in the ITA rankings, which the official preview called the highest ranking in program history. Auburn also had not lost a doubles point in any of its first 22 matches. Then on March 12th, number 3 Auburn beat number 11 Tennessee 4-1 at home. Auburn rallied to take a tight doubles point, then won 3 singles matches to secure the win. That was Auburn's 6th straight SEC victory. On the 14th, Auburn followed that up with a 4-0 win over Kentucky at the Yarborough Tennis Center. The official box score confirms the sweep, and that's what keeps the momentum rolling for one of the best teams Auburn has on campus right now. So women's tennis is skyrocketing. I'm not into tennis. I never have been, but I get it, and they're doing quite well. So if you are into tennis, keep up with that. They're doing quite well, and especially the women's tennis. Softball has had – what is wrong with my back? Oh, my goodness. Softball had a high-profile week because Auburn hit the road for a major SEC test. March the 10th, Auburn's S.J. Guerin was named softball's America's Star of the Week, which was one of the key recognition pieces in the official team news archive this week. On the 12th of March, Auburn previewed its road trip to number 6 Oklahoma, entering the series 19-7 overall, 2-1 SEC play. This was Auburn's first SEC road test, and it was immediately a heavy one. Then on March 13th, Auburn lost the series opener to Oklahoma 3-5 in 6 innings, but there were still some notable offensive performances. Freshman Haven Roebuck went 3 for 3 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. And senior Michaela Walker also homered. Auburn jumped out with a 3-run blast early, but Oklahoma answered it and into a 7 home run slugfest overall. Auburn used 4 pitchers, and Charlie Butler gave them 2.1 innings in relief. This loss dropped Auburn to 19-8 overall and 2-2 in SEC play. Also, the schedule showed that this was set to continue on Oklahoma series on March 14th, 2 p.m. That just happened. I don't know what the end result of that was. I don't believe. At 2 p.m. March 15th, they're going to play them again in Norman. Auburn got punched by an elite Oklahoma lineup, but Haven Roebuck bat was a real bright spot. So, sounds like to me they're right below where they need to be, and whoever this Haven Roebuck chick is, but I'm definitely going to look into her because she seems like she's someone that everybody kind of fears when she gets up to bat. So that's going to be fun to watch. Men's golf, I mean, they're just like equestrian. They just beat everybody. I know that for a fact. Men's golf had an elite week. On March 8th, Auburn sat 3 shots off the lead heading into the final round at the Hyatt. On March 9th, Auburn closed it out and won the tournament, while Jackson Covin also won the individual title. Covin birdied the final hole and finished the event 11 under, including a final round 67. Auburn has had a team finish at 28 under, beating number 11 Texas Tech by 2 shots, and also beating 6 other top 25 teams, including number 1 Virginia, number 15 Alabama. Every player in Auburn's starting 5 finished the tournament under par. Then on March 11, Covin was named SEC Golfer of the Week. It was his 3rd SEC Weekly honors of the season, the 12th of his career, the 3rd win in 4 spring starts, and it extended his top 10 streak to 6 straight events. This is one of your segments. This is one of your segments where, how do I say this? Golf is so much fun to watch because a lot of these kids that are playing in these, I mean, a lot of them go to the PGA. I mean, like the ones that are top. So like this guy Covin, I mean, he has a very good chance to do that. I mean, he has a very good chance to go play a PGA. And so this is something that I like to watch because I do watch golf on occasion. I mean, right now the Players Tournament's going on. And, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. So yeah, just keep an eye on these kind of guys because I know there's one Auburn player that went pro from that national title team. I don't remember what his name is right off the top of my head, but he's there. Let's see here. Nope. So that pretty much covers my sports for now. And so now we're going to go back and we're going to talk about baseball. So I'm going to take a break for a second, and I'm going to let man behind the mic take over for baseball, and then I will tell you what I'm thinking. So it's all you.
Alrighty, welcome in Auburn fans. Baseball team is off to a hot start. They're 16-2 opening SEC play this weekend against Missouri. Won yesterday's game 2-0. Had a big home run in the eighth inning by Bub Terrell. We lost power in the stadium for 2 hours and ended up winning the game 2-0 after the 2 hour delay. Next game, which was earlier, we won 4-3 and 10. Had a big outfield assist by Bub Terrell. Threw a guy at third base in the ninth inning to prevent a go-ahead run to win the game. And then Chase Fralick in the game one had a big single in the top of the 10th to win the game, 4-3. Another good performance from Jack Sanders, 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Like I said, folks, you should be watching the Auburn baseball team. Doesn't matter what deficit they get down, they're always never out of it. And especially our pitching is one of the best in the country right now. And they're all young, which is really dangerous. Bottom to top in this lineup. Unfortunately, we did get a huge injury in the game one with Bristol Carter coming out of the game. The injury is unknown. Hopefully, it's nothing serious because he is one of the best leadoff catalysts in the country. So hopefully, nothing serious there. But they just keep chugging along and they keep finding ways to win. Looking to go 3-0 and go for the sweep against Missouri. And then next week, we're looking to Georgia Tech on Tuesday, which will be another big matchup. And we got Petrovic going on the mound right now as we speak, bottom of the first of the last game of the Missouri series. So if you have not watched this team, I recommend you do. It's very exciting, especially with SEC play. It's always exciting to watch SEC baseball. So if anybody has any questions, let me know.
There we go. I'm going to figure out this button thing. I mean, I feel like I hit the right one, then it just blows them up and takes them down. So everybody that watches gets a show when I hit the wrong button, I guess. But yeah, talking about baseball, when the season started, it was they're good. They could be something special. They've got what it takes. We'll see. Now we've got a little taste of it. We're going to see what happens when we get into SEC play. But the formula for this team, and I wrote down right here, I'll let you have the whole segment. I literally wrote down like 2 sentences. And it says that if you sum up baseball's, if you sum up Auburn baseball, the formula is this: it's dominant starting pitching, depth on the mound, and enough power to punish mistakes. Because this lineup is good. I mean, borderline great, could be. And our pitching is already great. But what I wanted to say about this is we sat there and said, are they good? Are they great? Well, now it's not a fluke. We've had so many games where we've had to come back. There was one game that I watched, even with man on the mic, or man behind the mic. I actually watched them lead a game, get down by 4 in the 10th inning, and still almost rallied to come back. I mean, like when this team puts it in their head that they've got something to accomplish, I mean, to make up 4 runs in 1 inning was tough, and they almost did it. I mean, that's how much power they got, how much they can just turn it around. So none of that is this team good as a fluke anymore. This team is good already. We're just waiting to see if they become great. So that's really all I have to say about baseball. If you're missing Auburn baseball and you're sitting around the house, like, that's a mistake. It's so much fun to watch. And as I said, they're playing right now. And I wish I could watch it. I was going to clear my schedule for this evening and watch it, and then I had the show to do because I was busy as hell earlier this morning. But anyway, so you think SEC play is going to be good for us with the baseball?
Yeah, so far we're 2-0, going for the sweep in our opening series on the road against Missouri. Missouri's they're not that great. They were 3-16 last year in the SEC play. But like I said, anybody in the SEC are already going to get a good contest. So I'm just looking forward to seeing how for real we are. For right now, we're showing like we can hang there at the big boys. We'll see what happens. We got a big test against Georgia Tech next week, a top 5 team in the country coming into our house. So we'll see what we're made of there.
Well, awesome, good deal. So anybody watching, go watch baseball. It's good for you. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot. Let's check these comments out. Devil Dog, hey, what's up, dog? Beverly, she's here, and Beverly. Uh, everybody is those two. That's what they're doing. So anyway, I guess we'll get into the contest, and I'm going to make it really simple. There's only 2 people that emailed us this week. I understand we got to grow this thing, so it's going to take a little bit of time to do so. So those 2 people were, got my little notes right here. It was Sam, which unfortunately Sam's not here today. He was a lot of fun. Sam and David. Sam and David, they both emailed me. So I'm going to email them back, and I'm going to let them know that they have won. And what I've showed y'all last week, I'll show y'all this week. I've just got a whole bunch of like Auburn autograph cards. I don't know if you can see. See if we can move it over here where you can see. There we go. There's a card. We got, like a Derek Brown. Some of the newer players. They're all autographs. I got tons of them. I got tons and tons of them. Yeah, Eddie. No, absolutely not. He thinks he's going to get a card, and he doesn't even want one. So anyway, I've just got a bunch of them. So when I email you, I'm basically going to ask, who's your favorite player? Because I've got a bunch. I've also got some non-autograph cards, but really nice color. These are color cards. It's like a prism. It's a cracked ice. There's another Walker Kessler. Tops. I know you emailed me, Eddie, but you're not getting a card. Katie Johnson. You're not an Auburn fan. Katie Johnson. I don't know if you'll. Jabari. Good select card. Anyway, but yeah, whoever you like, I'll send you one of those. I'll also send you an Auburn sticker. Kind of Auburn sticker like this. Auburn sticker. By the way, my buddy Eddie, his wife makes those. And then somewhere around here, I don't know where it went. I got some poker chips. I got poker chips, and on the back of it's my QR code to our YouTube show. So I'll send you one of those. So basically, this week it was Sam and David. So for the people that are in here, we will throw this back up there. And for the people that are watching later, we appreciate you as well. AuburnSFShow@gmail.com. Just write, I want to be in the contest, and you are in the contest. Pretty much that simple. Doesn't cost you a dime. So let's see. Well, that's all I've got. Let's see. I'm sure yeah, I got my shirt. I did, and I appreciate the shirt. I do. I don't know where the heck I put it. I think my wife is washing it, to be honest with you. But yeah, Eddie's wife made me. She makes merchandise for channels and stuff, and she made me a nice T-shirt with my logo right on the center of it. It was really nice. Yeah, no, you shouldn't enter. You shouldn't enter. Eddie shouldn't enter the contest anymore. You're not going to get anywhere. It's not gonna come to your house. Plus, everything I mail to your house doesn't ever make it. So it's kind of weird how that works. So anyway, do you have any last things? Yeah, I like it. I just have, you have to wash it and then wear it. Today my wife is going through some kind of serious problem, and it is freezing cold in my house. Even though it's warm outside, I'm wearing a pullover because, good Lord, it's cold in here. I wish you could hang meat in this house. So it's ridiculous. Anyway, you have anything else to add to this, Mr. Man behind the mic? Do you have anything you want to talk about that you're doing on TikTok? Because I've seen you on there a few times.
I'm doing my wrestling. If anybody's a wrestling fan out there, I do Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. I stream that live on Mondays and Fridays. So come in there for that if you're a fan of WWE. And all Auburn fans, just keep continuing supporting these sports teams because, like I said, Auburn is a good sports school. So, like I said, baseball is doing well. Hopefully, we go far there. Football is looking good on the bright. So, I'm just looking forward to hopefully maybe a College World Series appearance for the baseball team. I know that's a little early prediction, but I just have full confidence in this team. If this team stays healthy, we will make a big run.
10-4 on that. Well, just let you know we're getting some people in here, and wow, last week most of them were on Twitter. Now most of them are on YouTube. That's kind of crazy. And we stayed in here. What was that? Oh, Beverly says she watches WWE.
That's good.
Yeah, well, check him out over there on TikTok. Man behind the mic. Never know what may happen. Never know what you may learn. So, yeah, to be honest with you, I really appreciate everybody coming in here. And there's really nothing else to cover. So I want to go watch the baseball game. I'm not even going to lie. I want to go watch the baseball game, and I have to go cook like 7 steaks to get me through my next week because I don't know if I've told y'all, but I'm on the carnivore diet, and I've done quite well on it. So I'm going to continue. See how that works out. But anyway, man behind the mic, I can talk to you. I need to talk to you about something anyway. And so if you can, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when we upload a video or go live. Also go to TikTok and follow me over there. Follow Man Behind the Mic over there. That's where you can pretty much catch us. Also, once again, one last time, I like to at least talk about it 3 times. Here is our email, auburnsfshow@gmail.com. If you have any questions or you want me to talk about something on air, or you want to come on air, I mean, because I normally, let people come up here. I don't know if anybody wants to. That's one thing I didn't ask today is if anybody wanted to come on air. Isn't that crazy? You know what? I'll do that. I'll put it in the comments one good time because we hadn't had anybody on air in a couple weeks. So anyway, I just posted it just in case. Let's see here. Did it show up? Yeah, there. But yeah, just in case someone wanted to come up here and talk a little Auburn. Other than that, we don't have a whole lot to cover, but I'll talk about Auburn anytime anybody wants to. But we've had some really good conversations with some folks. So
Yes, that is possible. Yes, it is true. Yes.
yeah, drafting an Auburn player. Yeah, he likes to
And it
talk.
looks like I've heard Connor Liu, the offensive lineman, going to Auburn somewhere between the second and third round.
Well, that's awesome. Well, also, I guess while I'm waiting on anybody to respond, I'm also making a Patreon page. It's not completely done yet, but I'm making a Patreon page for you Auburn fans. There's going to be some free content. Also, one tier is going to be behind. It's going to be one tier. It's not going to be expensive. But, Auburn music, stuff for your phone, stuff for your computer, and many other things behind the paywall. But what do you want, Eddie?
How you doing today, man behind the mic?
I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
Well, I was just saying that, if the Texans draft an Auburn player, then I'd have his card and if he's any good, then I'd have his card, because I entered. Maya knows I emailed him. All right.
Oh,
Sorry.
you want a card? Is that what you want? You want a card?
That's okay, Maya. That's all right.
I mean, I got you this one. You already know about that one.
I'm just messing with you, bro.
Is there any other Auburn players that are on the Texans? And see, that would make sense to me for me to give my.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, we don't have any Auburn players.
See, tough shit on a lot.
Bunch of Alabama players though, but
yeah.
Oh, that's why they're no good. I got you.
Hey.
He said, hey. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, if there was an Auburn player on the Texans, I would be glad to send you that card because that would make sense.
I mean, I would love to see Connor Liu on this team. Another offensive lineman, like I said, I could always use more offensive linemen. So,
yeah. And see, I like Eddie's shirt. That really fits his personality.
nope, not today.
Yeah, that's what that would be. Nope, not today. So, anyway, yeah. I don't see anybody in the comments that wants to come up here. So we are going to wrap this up because I want to watch baseball, and Eddie has a live in 7 minutes. Hey, that's another thing I could say. If you have a small YouTube channel or you like to go somewhere where a community is tight and people get along really well, it's got like a small little family.
Hey,
Eddie,
wait. We do have a offensive player that played for Auburn that's on the Texans in 2026, Braden Smith.
Oh, wow. I did not realize that. Okay.
Yeah, he joined the team. He joined the team as a free agent in March 2026, so it's recent.
Oh, so he probably doesn't have a card. Yeah, he doesn't have a card, Eddie.
Well, he was drafted in the 7th round in 2020. Wait, no, I'm sorry. He joined on a multi-year deal in March 2026 after a stint with the Colts. So he was with the Colts, but now he's with the Texans.
Yep, with our rival. Yep.
Wow. Well, maybe one day he'll have a card and I'll have it. And
yeah, he's an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
So that's
you remember him? You remember him, Jeremiah?
No.
He played for Auburn.
I know. I really don't. Maybe I'll recognize his face.
He was a good one. I'll say that.
Well, I'll tell you what. Nick Caserio is really freaking aggressive when it comes to the draft.
Hell? He played
free agency.
That was back in 2014 to 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I mean, you're talking about it like it just happened.
No, he just signed with the Texans.
No, he just signed with the Texans.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, he played for the Colts, but now he signed with the Texans this month.
I'm looking. I don't see it. What, y'all need some offensive line help over there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's about all we need, really.
Yep, exactly. Our defense, man, we are freaking stacked at defense. We got depth and everything else. And then they picked up David Montgomery from Detroit. They picked up
they picked somebody up from the Buccaneers. I know.
And they picked up the tight end too. Yeah. And so they also, on defense, they picked up Reed that played for Philadelphia. Yep. Yeah, Reed Blankenship. And, I mean, we're stacked on defense. And offense, I mean, wide receivers, we've been good. With Nico Collins, with Tank Dell coming back, with, the two that they drafted last year. Their names are slipping me right now.
Noel and Higgins.
Yep. Jaden Noel and Higgins. So wide receiver we're good at. It's just the offensive line. I mean,
that's an important one too.
Yep. So hopefully CJ just had an off year last year. Well, he's been going down last couple years, but last year was really bad. So
got a single. There we go.
What is it on? SEC Plus.
It's on the ESPN Plus, SEC Network, ESPN Plus.
All right. Well, anyway, Eddie, you have a live in like 12 minutes. And
yeah, I'm watching the Astros right now. They're beating the Mets 4-1.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Like you don't care. What is ESPN Plus? Is that on Disney?
Yes, that is okay. ESPN. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let me go over to Disney then. Why am I doing this? I don't know, but
what are you going to go over there for?
What, to Disney?
Yeah.
because that's where ESPN Plus is, and you know, uh, at least on my carrier stuff and everything,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have Direct TV Stream, so it's not on regular TV. I don't think ESPN Plus ain't or whatever. So I got to go over to Disney, the Disney app, because I have the Disney app to go to ESPN. Well, shoot.
And the good thing is, Jeremiah, for the baseball, you can watch all their games on ESPN Plus. Their whole season is basically on there.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got the ESPN Plus. I just the game the other day was on SEC Plus.
Yeah, it's through ESPN, the ESPN app, but it's on the SEC network, and they have like a bunch of different type of SEC networks because they have everybody and their mom playing.
I got you. All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here and go watch the baseball game. Eddie, you have a good life. And Mike, I'll tell you later.
All right, bye.
Peace out.